There, curious thinkers. Welcome back to Qrius Thoughts. I'm your host, Janik, and this is episode 4, The Business Bias Cheat Code, 10 Steps to Your Dream Company. Let's bring our listeners up to speed. In episode 1 and 2, we introduced the podcast and our mission to explore business acquisitions. In episode 3, we unpacked why Main Street businesses are essentially hidden gold mines, generating steady cash flow, established customer bases, and often available at very good prices. Today, we're building on that foundation by breaking down the actual process of acquiring a business. And here's the exciting part. In future episodes, we'll go deep into these steps, sharing real-world examples and actionable insights. Just a quick note. What we discuss here is purely for knowledge sharing. I'm not your financial advisor, lawyer, or magical business guru, if there even is such a thing. This podcast is like advice from an informed friend, interesting and helpful, but not a substitute for professional guide. Make sure you always do your own research. Consult experts before making big money moves. It's your business journey, your decisions. So, if you're ready to satiate your curiosity, grab your notepad, or better yet, your favorite note-taking app, and let's get this acquisition party started. Today, we're breaking down the 10 essential steps to buying a business. And hey, we're taking a page out of the acquisition guru Walker Deibel's book. I don't know if he likes being called a guru, but he sure damn gets close. Remember his mantra, buy, then build. It's like skipping the tutorial and jumping straight into the game with cheat codes. For those who don't know him, Walker Deibel is a serial acquisition entrepreneur, best-selling author who's been in the game since 2006. He's acquired 10 companies outright. I believe by now he's probably done a few more. He's co-founded multiple startups and has been involved in over $200 million worth of business transactions. His book, Buy Then Build, has been recognized by Forbes as one of the top 7 books all entrepreneurs must read. Walker's expertise comes from nearly 2 decades of hands-on experience in buying and scaling businesses, making him a respected voice in the world of business acquisitions. Alrighty, so looking into his work and other work I have dug up throughout my year of looking and learning, here, without further ado, is step number 1. Step 1. Self-assessment. First things first. Know thyself, young Padawan. This step is all about understanding your skills, financial capability, and business interests. You're going to ask yourself, what am I good at? What's my budget? What kind of business makes me tick? Maybe you're a tech whiz, with a passion for artisanal coffee. Great. A hip, high-tech coffee shop might be your jam. Or perhaps you're a numbers guru. An accounting firm might just be your calling. The key here is to be honest with yourself, do a bit of introspection. There's no point in buying a business that doesn't align with your skills or interests. Number 2, industry research. That's time to channel your inner Sherlock Holmes. This step is all about investigating market trends and growth opportunities. Look at industry reports, talk to people in the field, attend trade shows. Is the industry growing or declining? What are the main challenges? What innovations are shaking things up? Remember, you're not just buying a business. You're buying into an industry. So make sure it's one with a future you want to be part of. Step 3. Business research. Alright, it's time to find your business soulmate. This step is like online dating, but for companies. You want to use multiple channels, business brokers, online marketplaces, professional web networks. This step is like online dating, but for companies. You'll want to use multiple channels, business brokers, online marketplaces, professional networks, even industry-specific platforms. Cast your net wide. Don't forget to set your filters. You don't want to waste time on businesses that don't meet your criteria. And hey, don't be afraid to reach out to business owners directly. Sometimes the best opportunities are artificially on the market. Step 4. Initial evaluation. You found some potential matches. Now what? Is the business a catch or a catfish? In this step, you'll review basic business information, assess financial health, and try to understand the business model and market position. Look at things like revenue trends, profit margins, customer base, competitive advantage. Don't get too bogged down in all the details yet, but do try to get a sense of whether this business has potential and is right for you. Step 5. Reaching out. Time to make contact. Reach out to the business owner or broker and request an initial information package. Schedule some preliminary discussions. This is your chance to get a feel for the seller and start building a rapport. Remember, buying a business is as much about relationships as it is about numbers. If you don't like them and they don't like you, nothing good's going to come from it and you're just wasting your time. Step number 6, negotiations and offer. Now we're getting into the good stuff. It's time to channel your inner deal maker. Develop an initial offer based on the information you have. This usually takes the form of a letter of intent. It's not a binding agreement, but it sets out the preliminary terms of the deal. This is where you'll propose a price, outline the basic structure of the deal, and set a timeline for due diligence. Remember, your first offer probably won't be your last, so leave some room for negotiation. Step number 7. Due diligence. Trust but verify, the old saying. It's time to look under the hood and kick the tires. This is where you jump deep into every aspect of the business. Financial records, legal documents, operational processes. Turn every stone over. I've had multiple warnings from professionals that I've spoken to throughout my time, and there are some very interesting stories. So make sure you take your time to do due diligence properly. You might want to bring in some experts here, accountants, lawyers, industry specialists. It can be expensive, but it's a lot cheaper than buying a lemon off a business. This is your chance to confirm everything the seller has told you and uncover any potential issues. Step 8. Financing. Show me the money. Unless you're sitting on a pile of cash, you'll need to secure financing. This could be a traditional bank, an SBA loan, seller financing, or even bringing in investors. Each option has its pros and cons, so do your homework. Start this process early. Nothing kills a deal faster than a buyer who can't come up with the cash. Step number 9. Financial negotiations. Here we go again. We're in the home stretch now. Based on what you found in due diligence, you might need to adjust the terms of the deal. Maybe you discovered some issues that could affect the value of the business, or maybe you found some opportunities that make it even more valuable. Either way, this is your last chance to get the best deal possible. But remember, it's not just about getting the lowest price. You want a deal that works for both you and the seller. Step number 10. We've made it. It's time to close the deal. Pop the champagne. But maybe hold off on drinking it until you've signed on the dotted line. This is where you complete all of the legal documentation, transfer ownership, and implement your transition plan. It can be a bit overwhelming, so make sure you have a good lawyer to guide you through the process. And there you have it, folks, the 10 essential steps to buying a business. Remember, as Walker Deibel would say, buying an existing business can be way more efficient than starting from scratch. It's like adopting a fully grown, house-trained puppy instead of dealing with teething, carpet-ruining bundles of joy. Now, let's be real. I told you guys I'd always be transparent, and I am still looking for my first business acquisition. And from everything I've learned, it's no walk in the park. But that's exactly why we're here on this journey together. In future episodes, we're going to jump deeper into each of these steps, sharing what I'm discovering as I'm learning and I work towards my first acquisition. We'll explore the challenges, surprises, and hopefully some wins along the way. And remember, if you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and head over to QriusInvestments.com, where we have free resources just for you. Right now, YouTube is the exclusive platform for catching our show. It really helps the podcast grow and ensures you never miss an episode. And hey, if you're feeling extra generous, share the episode with someone who might find it valuable. It's like a virtual high five that helps other curious minds discover our content. That's all for today's episode, Curious Thinkers. Stay curious, stay prepared, and who knows, maybe next time we chat, you'll be the proud owner of a shiny new, to you, business. Until next time, keep those thoughts curious.